Introduction: the importance of physical education.
Physical education is a school subject that focuses on the development of physical fitness. It is also help students to grow up to be physically active, fit, and also healthy. Therefore, physical education is very important for students because it gives students benefits, physical and also mental health. So let's see what is the benefit and importance of PE.
The first one is physical education helps to get better quality of sleep. Next, physical education also helps to balance between academic and physical education. Furthermore, PE also helps to develop teamwork skills. Last but not least, physical education also helps to get positive body image.
So for the discussion part, based on the article, it was stated that the journalist itself and on behalf of Malaysian citizen, we do feel sad about what is currently happening in the Malaysian sport industry, because there are a lot of controversy and also a few serious issues in our Malaysian sport industry. So the failure and the controversy in the sport industry does affect our country image to other country that is in the same is participating in the same tournament or any sportsmanship tournament, because because it will be a huge and a hot topic for the other country to talk about our situation, which is a bad controversy and also a serious issue when it comes to our sports industry. So for example, it is about our football team, which is Harimau Malaya. One of the serious controversy and issue that have been a topic or a hot topic when it comes to other country talk about the sports controversy is when they are having the AAF Cup tournament, which is our country, our football representative, which is Harimau Malaya, has lost in the tournament, and it makes us, the citizen of Malaysia, feel sad and disappointed. And we do have a huge hope. We put a lot of hope. We put a lot of feeling when it comes to the AFF Cup, because we do hope that Malaysia will win the tournament or become the world championship. But then due to a few problem or lack of performance, unfortunately we have lost the game, and it has been a sad thing for us as a Malaysian. So we do feel sad about it. We feel disappointed to the players and the coach and all those people that is in the same industry, which is the sport industry. So this is giving us a huge impact that we could not place a huge hope or a lot of hope in our sport industry due to the lack of performance and other serious issue. Other than that, our sports industry is lacking of athletes due to the standard that has been used since a long time ago, because they only will recruit those athletes from any sport academy that is registered under the government and non-government academy. They do not recruit any Malaysian citizen that is not from the academy, even though there are a lot of people that is very talented, but they are so underrated because they're not coming for any from any sport academy. So that is a huge loss for us, because if the government and the sport industry minister choose to recruit all or any Malaysian citizen that is very very talented and gifted when it comes to sport, our athlete will be so excited, and there will be no such thing as we are lack or we do not have a huge or a quite amount of athlete for any sport. Because in Malaysia I have seen a lot of citizen or people that is really talented, but they do not have the opportunity, or they do not come from any sports academy, any famous sport academy in Malaysia, but unfortunately they are not recruited or being taken to become an athlete. So that is a huge loss for our country, because there are so many people that is talented, but they did not the government did not realize that, and unfortunately they'll just let it go instead of taking them into the academy and train them by the professional to become a good athlete. So I think that's it for the discussion part. Thank you.
So, the first effect that will disrupt the development of national sport in the performance of athlete will decline severely. This is because the athlete development is an important factor in determining the quality of sport in our country, because athlete with good facility and good salary will train hard and vigorously in order to achieve gold medal in any competition. This will not happen if the management of sport organisation is not handled properly, including various internal problems that can affect the management of sport. Okay, so the budget allocated by the government should be used wisely and honestly. Take for example, if a budget of a government to build a stadium is $2 million, and the budget use only 500,000, so this will affect the facility development in our country, thus affecting the performance of athlete in any competition, as they cannot train hard with a poor facility. Okay, the next effect of poor management in sport organisation is the lack of backing to any sport due to the lack of passion by the people who run the sport organisation. This will cause the latent talent of subordinate players cannot be utilized properly due to the lack of sports program that should be done by the official of the sport organisation. Passion is the most important thing in any work we do. So we need to find passionate people to run the sport organisation in order to develop earlier period talent from schools. Take for an example, the person that run the sport organisation should find new talent in any school, with increasing more competition among school students, with allocating budgets for the schools to make various type of competition. Okay, this also include MSSD, MSSM, and any other earlier period competition among school students. This can result to new talent for sports. Okay, so what if there are no backup for player, there are no backup talent for sports in our country? This will be devastating our sports culture in our country. Finally, the last effect of the issue is it can tarnish our country's name because of poor management in sport organisation. So this is because the quality of national sports can be seen from the performance of our athlete during any kind of competition. Okay, so nowadays with social media, with people having social media everywhere, our countries are being looked upon by our neighboring countries, especially in sports. A poor management from our sport organisation will lead to a major criticism by our neighboring country. Take for example, recently Stadium Bukit Jalil have been flooded during a game. So this will really make our country to be criticized by any other country that are developing their sports very well. Okay, so by having a good management in sport organisation, we can counter this, because the allocation of budget by government is being handled properly, and there are no hidden hands that take money from our government that are being allocated for the sports development in our country. So that is all from me. Thank you.
Hello madam, for my part I will explain about proposed program and its purposes. So the proposed program that have been made by my group is awareness campaign about sportsmanship. It is because to help community realize how important sport is in a country. The first purpose of this campaign is to attract more talented person into getting sportsmanship. Nowadays, there are a lot of waste talent that are not being focusing, which is in expertise some specific sport such as football, rugby, netball, volleyball, and all kind of stuff. It is because they are not interested or only just make it as a hobby of them. The second purpose is to give opportunity to all youth, which is to all the youngsters. Nowadays, they only have the talent, they only have the dream, they only have it as a hobby for playing sport, but they are not given opportunity to make it something useful to a country, which is, like we all know, some of the sport require a lot of money for some certain equipment. So by giving opportunity to them, we can see and filter which one are expertise in a certain sport. By doing that, we can manage to take them as a athlete in our country or their country. And for the third purposes is to bond a lot of athletes in our country or their country or a certain country. It is because by doing that, bond a new athlete in some certain sports, it will gain themselves and benefit the country itself. For example, like when a person representative football player for the country, they will gain up their name by winning award or winning the tournament, winning the competition that been held by other country or a country versus a country. By doing that, they can manage to lift up their country name to a higher places. And the last one is, the last purpose is to gain interest from children in learning sport or becoming an athlete. Like nowadays, we all know that KSSM already make a syllabus which is physical education as a elective subject for them to take, but they are not focusing too much or too highlightly and take it lightly about PE subject. Like we all know, they only give the student some free time to play only just for fun, but not make it as a focusing or targeting dream. For example, like if a school make a different type of sport each week during the PE subject or period, they can manage to filter or see whether there are students have a bright future in the sport itself. For example, like soccer or netball, or it also can be a volleyball, because by gaining interest from their young age, manage to make them feel more motivated, and at the same time they can set a goal or a dream of themselves to achieve a higher level in a sport. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Overall, we can conclude that the proposed program can provide various types of benefit to teachers and also the students. This is because the program can nurture the spirit of sports among teachers and students, where they can participate in various types of sports in the right way. This will cause them to improve their wellness, because their participation will enable their body to move actively in doing sport activity. all of us know the sports activity can provide various benefits to human, including mental and physical benefit. So by participating in this program, they can join and also make their body to involve in sport activity, thus making them increase their wellness. By joining the program, they can also be involved in their sport that they are interested with. For example, in the program, we give them the right path in playing the sport. They can register their name, and we will deliver their name to a certain type of sport. For example, if the student loves to play football, they can register with us, and then we can find for them the right medium for them to play the football. Not only that, by participating in this activity, they can increase their knowledge in healthy lifestyle. We all from we are kids, we are all taught about healthy lifestyle with healthy consumption of food, with food pyramid, right? But by joining this program, they can increase their recent knowledge, where we will find a person to give a talk about the right way to consume food. So by hearing this, they will know how the right diet and how to manage their food well in order to achieve a wellness in their life.